Have you ever questioned the reality you live in? What if everything around you, from your boss to the people on the street, was just an illusion? Today on Movie Recap's Hub podcast, we're diving into Bliss 2021, a thrilling mind bend that will make you wonder what is real and what is not. Let's get into Bliss. Picture Greg at his boring office job, doodling obsessively. In his mind, there's a vivid paradise and a beautiful woman, so real it distracts him from work. His daughter Emily calls, asking about his shoulder injury and inviting him to her graduation dinner. Greg, nervous about seeing his ex, promises to take Emily and her brother Arthur out the next day instead. Later, Greg learns his prescription refills are gone. Panicked, he takes his last pill and heads into a meeting with his boss, Bjorn, forgetting the glitch in his wallet on the desk. When Bjorn fires him for daydreaming, Greg snaps, shoving Bjorn so hard his head cracks on the desk. Bjorn lies dead. Covered in shock, Greg considers his escape routes. The crowded bathroom is occupied. The emergency exit screams alarm. He improvises, suspending Bjorn's body by the window with his shirt sleeves and draping the curtain over it. When the secretary strolls in, Greg calmly says, "Bjorn never showed." He walks out like nothing happened. At the bar, Greg's ordering a stiff drink when a woman named Isabel makes objects tremble with a flick of her wrist. She reveals everyone around him is a fake-generated person, FGP, except Greg. He's the only real one. To help cover up Bjorn's self-deletion, she needs Greg to grab her necklace loaded with yellow crystals from her real ex-boyfriend. Greg sneaks into the bathroom, retrieves the necklace and even his missing wallet from the passed-out ex. Back at the bar, Isabel explains those yellow crystals control this fake world. They spike their drinks, push Bjorn's body through the window, and stage his self-deletion for the onlookers below. Needing a place to lie low, Isabel forces Greg to sell his phone. He parts with a cherished family photo, and they head to her encampment of off-the-grid dwellers, complete with electricity and water. On TV, Bjorn's death is ruled a self-deletion. Greg is in the clear. Guilt-ridden, Greg hesitates until Isabel demonstrates telekinesis. She lights candles from across the room and snuffs them out with a wave. Greg tries and succeeds on his first shot. Over dinner, he shows her his original drawings of that beautiful house and woman. Isabel smiles. "That's me, and that's our real home." They share a kiss. The next morning, Emily and Arthur search for Greg. Emily's graduation was 2 weeks ago. Greg's lost track of time. Arthur, fed up with broken promises, refuses to help. Meanwhile, Greg and Isabel go rollerblading, toppling innocent bystanders with calculated telekinetic pranks. They steal coats, evade police, binge on more yellow crystals, and end up arrested as hobos. After refusing to give names, they're surprisingly released. Emily, visiting shelters, finally sees Greg outside a restaurant. He promises he'll come to her graduation, only to learn it already happened. Heartbroken, she leaves her number and walks away. Back at the camp, Isabel freaks when she sees Greg takes 10 blue crystals and wakes up in a futuristic lab, hooked to the Brainbox, surrounded by pods full of brains. A technician explains, Greg and Isabel volunteered for an experiment called Bliss. All those people in the city were FGPs. Their real selves are safe, preserved in a digital cloud, freed from the machine. They step into a utopian world powered by synthetic biology, automation, and asteroid mining. Robots handle chores. Citizens receive a basic income. Creativity and wonder fill every moment. Isabel shows Greg their real house, the same one he's been drawing. Using a thought visualizer, she projects his inventions and memories on screen. They spend a blissful day exploring paradise. At a grand presentation, Isabel unveils her experiment. On stage, she calls Greg forward, showcasing his transformation from bitter to awestruck. Later, at the after-party, Greg spots an Emily hologram, his daughter trapped in the simulation. She begs him to choose between this perfect utopia or the messy real world. Chaos erupts as protesters clash with holograms of poverty. They race back to the lab, connect to the Brainbox again, only to awaken in the rain-soaked encampment. Isabel's powers turn violent. She kills a bartender, shoots her crystal dealer, and they flee into the night. Surrounded by police, Greg begs Isabel to end his life, thinking death will free him. At the brink, Emily and Arthur arrive. In a heartbreaking moment, Isabel sees Emily's graduation photo, finally understanding the cost of her illusion. She kisses Greg, distracts the cops, and lets him escape, accepting that reality, no matter how flawed, is worth living. Later, we see Greg in a support group, admitting his addiction. The entire Bliss experience, telekinesis, Utopia, brain pods, was a hallucination from the illegal crystals. True bliss, recovery, and reconnecting with reality. Wow, what a ride, right? Bliss takes us on a wild trip through illusion, utopia, and back again, reminding us that reality's imperfections are what make life meaningful. If you enjoyed this recap, smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more Movie Recaps Hub podcast episodes. Until next time, stay curious and question everything.